Oh, I popped awake at what is it? 2:50 in the morning. 3 a.m. and it's almost 3 a.m. So I slept from the sun was still up. So probably 7 or so. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What kind of life is this? I'm cooking this has probably been in the freezer for a year. I'm just too lazy to do anything else. I got better food that's better for me, but I literally took a scissors and cut out the apple pie stuff. The apple, I'm not a fan. And the best way to, the completely best way, if you're gonna, like, you gotta have bread with it, you know, is to use toast. Lightly, toasted. Toast instead of just plain bread. It's so much better. Man, my mind is always working 1,000 miles an hour. I just couldn't even imagine living in a life where you just kind of just have a like an easygoing life where you don't really think too much and you just do or whatever. You have like, okay, I go to work and I come home, I eat, I go to bed. Oh man, I'd give anything for a life like that. My brain just going nuts at 3 in the morning, craving a coffee. I have no idea, but I got a serious craving for a coffee right now. I'm not gonna do it though. I'm not gonna do that. Because I'm hoping to get a little nap and wake up at like 6 a.m. or something and try to have some sort of resemblance of a day or something. Of some sort. And then I woke up and my whole body was like, oh, all my joints hurt so bad. I'm like, here we go. I'm gonna have another bout with flu or who knows. God. So lightly toasted. That baby jumped. And I sit and think like, because I'm really creative and I understand how things work. I'm really good and creative at fixing problems like with vehicles and stuff like that. Coming up with different solutions than manufacturers or, you know, rewiring stuff around sensors. Whatever I got to do to make something work, I'll get it done. So I always try to come up with like, okay, if I could just come up with some sort of fucking invention, I would be set, you know? The problem with an invention is it has to be simple and it's got to be cheap because you can hardly afford a patent at this time and you're just going to get ripped off. It's complicated. Nobody's going to want to touch it. It literally has to be something like when somebody invented magnets for a refrigerator. I mean, literally it's got to be rudimentary in its design and it's got to be easily achieved and nobody's done it. It's almost impossible. I've come up with what I thought were really cool, unique things, and that sounds so awesome. And then I came to find out that they've all been made. Just because they're not producing it, it's been made. All right. Now I over toasted because I'm talking. That's okay. It's all been made. I mean, it's just almost impossible to come up with an idea. And now with AI, right? You're going to have firms that just pay for AI to just sit and create inventions all day for them and patent stuff, you know? Because there was a time where guys had thousands of patents just as human beings. Can you imagine? There's going to be firms now that just all they do is patent stuff. So, I think the days of being super creative and owning patents or whatever are over. I'm just saying I have to find something else I do in my life. I'm gonna have to go get a real job maybe. I don't have to do anything if I don't want. I can continue to just skate by, but I get so sick of cars. It's just numbing. It's not fun anymore. It's just not fun anymore. I used to have some sort of passion for vehicles and stuff. And if I could get in like an industry, like if I could get into something that there was like some sort of passion for it, it'd be one thing. But what I do is just not, I have no passion. I don't want to do it anymore. These are fucking horrible, aren't they? We all know they are. They shouldn't even be sold. It should be illegal. Come on. These are the worst. This is the worst food you could possibly eat. But plus, it's a year old, mind you. I'll tell you though, when you put it on toast, it's so much better than on just regular bread. I used to sprinkle cinnamon and sugar on top of the toast as well. Time seems to go so fast if you're on camera compared to if you're not. Like, just to start talking to you, and it's already 7 minutes. And that gives you a real perspective of how much work they put into these movies. When you used to go to an hour-and-a-half movie, to get all that action in there, how many scenes they must have shot, and it just really gives you a perspective. I have no idea what I'm going to do with my life. The next 10 years I got is probably it for me. For like, I'm already miserable. I can't imagine, going into my 50s and thinking, oh, I got another 10 years of good life left. No, I'm already miserable. I always think about the old days and what I just get so miserable I run away. I mean, I guess it's not really running away if nobody wants you around or nobody really cares anyway and you don't have a family. I guess just leaving is what I should say. And going somewhere new and just starting over completely with nothing at a flea bag motel that was $200 a week. And the problem is now is you're not going to be staying at a motel. You're not going to be able to afford it. And you don't want to do an RV. It's impossible. I've tried it. In major cities, if you're going to any type of city, you're going to get run out of town. They're not going to let you just... Don't do it. No, I've tried it. It's not going to happen. It's not. There are very, very few circumstances it's going to work out in your favor. If you got a lot of money or something, but that's not what I'm... You have to have 10 years or newer RV if you even think you're going to be able to stay at an RV park. Otherwise, you're trying to park it at Walmart. They don't want them there anymore. That's over. I promise. There's certain places I know in Vegas and stuff I can go to and get away with, but that's different. Certain casinos you can stay at, but then you're always wasting so much gas and effort to move the RV, and it's just not worth it. So you're really in a catch-22 now. So then you go from that to thinking you're either going to live in a van, which is possible. I've done it. The only way you're doing that is in fall and winter in a moderate climate. Then okay, you could do that. You could pull it off if you're agile and healthy. Or you're going minimalistic, which I've never done. With nothing. A motorcycle, a tent, and a backpack with only a couple changes of clothes. I've lived with only a couple changes of clothes, and I know how I've washed, and I've been homeless, and I've washed in rivers, and I've done all that. So I mean, once you're 1,000 miles away, and you don't have a trailer or something, and if anything goes wrong with the motorcycle, anything that I can't fix on the side of the road, it's gonna be crushing to my spirit. Then I'll just be hitchhiking with a tent. I'm just always thinking. So I go from what kind of invention can I make to should I just run on the motorcycle with a tent? And I got my dog, so obviously I can't do any of that till she passes. That could be a long time. But I just keep running thoughts in my head like, what can I do to find fulfillment in my life? When I was an alcoholic, all my fulfillment was in alcoholism. And you don't even think about it because you look at how miserable it was, and it was fucking a miserable existence. Miserable. But then when you're like this and you're clean and you're living a life and you're still like emotionally miserable, you can look back and be like, you didn't worry about any of that stuff. All you worried about is getting alcohol. You don't think about that. You think about how miserable it is to be an alcoholic. But you don't think about when you're not, it's miserable in a different way to be who you are. When you can't find fulfillment. I've tried religions, trust me. I've tried shit like that. I've tried I try to stay away from religion in general on this channel, even though nobody watches because it's whatever, dude. It's everybody's choice. That's how I feel about religion. It's everybody's choice. Nobody should be upset with how somebody else chooses to live their life. And nobody should try to force religion on other people. That's how I feel. And I know people that preach the Bible and everything will say, you're supposed to spread the good word and stuff. More times than not, people spreading the good word are trying to spread it for themselves. I'm only stating this not to say anything controversial, just that. In my experience, when people are out there spreading the good word, it's a way for them to spread the word about themselves. It just seems like it's always about the people, not about Jesus, not about God, not about saving you. It's about them being empowered by saving you, not to show you Jesus. Whatever. That's all I'm saying about that. You know, if a guy's on the side of the road holding a cross, doing his thing, and he's not bothering anybody, and he's thanking the Lord or whatever he's doing for his religion, that's awesome. But then if he's going up and harassing everybody and trying to tell them about come to his group, you know, donate to his organization, you know, that changes the whole concept of giving thanks. That's just my opinion now. That's just my opinion. That the church in itself is absolute power is corrupt in itself. That's my opinion. So I feel like a religion is you have with yourself and God. You don't bring other people into your religion with God. You know. Obviously, there's exceptions to that rule, and I'm not the one to make them. So, everybody's allowed to do whatever the F they want in life. But just within the matter of 10 minutes, like I went from inventions to religion to running away to, that's the problem with being bipolar. And then I was thinking, should I get on a motorcycle and take a ride at 3 in the morning? Where? For what? No reason. That wasn't a full Mountain Dew. It was only a quarter of one that was in the fridge. Trying to do better, but I had like a craving for coffee. And then I talked to the camera and stuff like anybody gives a fuck what the fuck I'm saying. And the more I've been on camera, the more I'm realizing how fucked up I am. Like, who the fuck would listen to me? Look into your soul, think about yourself, and how much you have esteem for yourself or respect, or how much you think people care about your beliefs and who you are and your opinions and all that. And then go ahead and get on camera and find out that nobody gives a fuck. 100%, nobody cares. Nobody cares. You'll stare at 5 views there and you know one of them was you, and you'll be like, because I have to watch the video to make sure there's no errors or whatever. I don't want to watch it twice, so if I think that editing went smooth enough, I'll put it right on YouTube and then just watch it there. So one of the views is mine, and you see 5 views or 8 views, and you're like, nobody gives a fuck what I have to say. And for like 20 years, I really thought I was interesting in shit, or people would find me interesting. Because I don't really have a problem when I have friends. Like, I have a big enough personality that they, tend to hang around, stay around, and like me, and like to be around me and stuff like that in life, or drinking buddy, I guess you could call me. And I thought, for sure 100 people would be like, oh man, let's watch this idiot. I enjoy his videos. And you look down and you see 6 views, 8 views, 5. And it's not really about quitting, because I'm used to it. This has been going on the whole time. This has been going on for a year. So it's not like I go, oh, it's time to quit YouTube now. I never was a YouTuber. I've had 5 views. So what the fuck you mean it's time to quit? Does it fucking matter? It don't matter. None of it matters. But I've had to look in the mirror and be like, my face isn't clickable. I've had it blown up on the, what do you call it? People have had to have seen it and they didn't click. So it's like, there's nothing special about me. And there's no wonder why I didn't make it in California when I went out there when I was out of high school. I really thought I was a hotshot. I really thought I was a hotshot. I really thought I could walk in, and I had so much confidence in everything I did, dating, and I really thought I was going to walk into Hollywood and just have a job lined up. Like, I really believe that shit. Soul crushing. I think a lot of my alcoholism was built around the soul crushing experience that was. I mean, when you're in high school here and you're hot shit, you're fighting, you're tough, everybody says switch, and you think you're really something, and then you go to a fucking Hollywood and find out you're fucking nobody. Less than nobody. And then people will watch this and go, whatever, you're a fucking idiot. And you'll never get your own ego put in check until you do it. So it's so easy to live that way, saying, oh, I shoulda, I wish I coulda. If I would have done it, I would have been somebody. You know how easy I hear that all the time when I'm just listening and walking around and stuff. I hear that all the time about people, like younger people and stuff, talk about, I could do it and I could go to Hollywood. Whatever they're saying. I could be a YouTuber, I could be a celebrity, blah, blah, blah. Like, you hear, like, little things once in a while, or you see other people with cameras and stuff, and you're just, like, thinking, if you moved to Hollywood, you'd find out it's $3,000 a month. That's if you want to try to live with a roommate. You have to live with, like, 10 people in a 1-bedroom. Everybody pitching in. It's fucking absolutely miserable. Nobody wants to take an appointment with you. Nobody wants to see you. No fucking... You know how extremely good looking you have to be, and then probably have to sleep with the agent to get an agent. It is not what you see on these shows where it's like open casting and all this shit. Sure, for fucking nothing. It's not going to get you anywhere, and somebody's going to be waiting out front to give you drugs. Take advantage of you. I mean, my ego's been put in such a fucking chokehold check mate, that's really the worst part about it. Because I used to have such a higher self-esteem. Now my confidence is shot because it's like life has completely like changed my whole fucking perspective. Thanks for spending the wake up with me. Hope your day is better.